Hello and welcome to another episode of Film Freakz with a Z, the podcast all about movies. Each episode is about a particular movie, and we'll get to this episode's movie in a little bit. But first, I forgot to mention this last week. We are in season 3, and Tay graciously made us new artwork for the podcast. New, was it 16-bit characters now?
Yeah.
And I just want
Yay.
to extend a heartfelt thank you.
Thanks, Tay.
Thanks,
Oh, yeah, no
Tay.
problem.
Thank you for making me look better than I actually am.
Nonsense.
But yeah, it looks great. And if you didn't notice, shame on you. But also, I need to mention the fan vote is coming up. Next episode, the fan vote will happen. It's the first fan vote for Ray, so that'll be exciting.
Hey, let's go.
And don't forget that I am splitting this episode, or that episode's fan vote, into two. One on my personal Discord, the links will be in the description, and one on my Twitter. And then the next time around, it'll only be on the Discord. So if you want to keep voting on these things, make sure you get into the Discord and say, hey, what's up? I'm here for voting and nothing else. Let's go ahead and introduce ourselves before we introduce the movie. I am YemmytheFerret, and I'm here with...
GreedyWaffles.
Taymation.
RaeofPositivity.
How's it going, folks?
It's going
Okay.
good. A little cold
Could
today.
be better for me, but
Yeah, I've been a little bit sick the past few days here, so you may hear me
Yeah.
gurgle or something every so often. I will try to keep
Yeah.
it to a minimum, of course.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've my computer. I'm on my laptop today. Hopefully the sounds okay.
Sounds pretty
You
good.
sound great to me.
Yeah, it sounds great.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Tay, your
Well,
voice
I-
always
okay.
angels to me.
Oh, perfect. Thank
Aw.
you. Well, nice thing is, the microphone is attached to my head, so I can't just slowly drift away from it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well,
Nice.
does anyone else have any gripes this past week?
My car.
The weather's cold. Tay,
I like
raise
the
roof.
cold weather.
What are you talking about? It's still 90 degrees here.
Well, you suck.
Nah.
I'll take cold over 90 degrees any
Yeah, I
day.
know. I would say I would love for it to be right now in like the 60s.
No,
It's
it's like
47
40s
here.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like
I'd take
the
40s
chillier
too.
weather.
Yeah, I'll say I'd take 40s too over 90.
You
Well,
can
like
bundle
today,
up,
like
but
during
you
the day
can't
was
strip.
fine. Yeah, that's true. Like
Yeah,
during the day
um,
was fine. Just when the sun went down, it's like, oh,
Yeah, I guess when the sun goes down for us, it's like 60s. So or 70s, which is still nice.
Yeah, I went to go see Stop Making Sense, the Talking Heads movie with my dad on Saturday. It's like the 40th anniversary 4K restoration, and they showed it in a theater near Cleveland. And I walk outside, and I'm in shorts and a t-shirt, and I'm like, "Damn, it's cold out here!" I had to run back inside and grab a jacket. I was surprised.
We won't get that for another 2 weeks. So
Jeez. Yeah, I didn't turn my heat on until today, and both of my cats were like glued to me last night 'cause they were so cold. I was like, all right, fine. I'll wave my flag and I'll turn on the heat. But I'm still freezing, so
so we have to turn on the heat.
yeah.
Well, hey, speaking
There
of
you
turning up
go.
the heat, let's talk about
Ayo.
today's movie. Greedy, what you got for us?
Yes, the heat. So the movie that I recommended is The Benchwarmers. Came out in 2006, and I guess what a time for these type of movies, because it fit right in. So what's the little synopsis? Is that a trio of guys try to make up for their missed opportunities in childhood by forming a 3-player baseball team to compete against standard children's little league squads. Directed by Dennis Dugan, stars David Spade, John Heder, Rob Schneider, who else? Craig Kilborn, Molly Sims, John Lovett, and Nick Swartzen, and some other people. So I want to start off with, as I said, what a time for this movie, because what a different time it was for jokes. And I can tell you right now, if this movie was made in like 2023, this movie would get canceled instantly. So, with that being said, I want you to just talk about like, so what was some of your guys' favorite jokes, and like what were some of them that you're just like, oh yeah, that could have kept away.
For me, most of them were bad. Like
Yeah.
there was one joke. There was one thing that made me laugh, and that was, I guess, when the Richie or whatever, Napoleon Dynamite,
Yeah.
like talks about how he destroyed a outhouse, and someone looks in and immediately throws up. That is the
Oh.
only time in the movie that I giggled.
I hate vomiting in anything, like in any aspect. So I was
For
like,
sure,
of
me
course.
too. I do too, but it was the only thing that made me giggle. Everything
my
else in this
God.
movie, I was just like stone face, just like, oh my god, what is this?
I had a feeling Tay would hate this movie. Like as I was watching it, I just could hear Tay's reactions to the movie. That's only because I've been 3 seasons with you, so that's why.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I was kind of hot and cold with it. I laughed a couple of times, but forgive me, I don't remember what I laughed at. To be honest, I think there are a
Yeah.
few jokes with Nick Swartzen, like the part where he comes running out of his house with the sword and the Girl Scouts run away. I found that pretty funny.
Yeah.
And a lot of stuff that Napoleon Dynamite does.
Yeah.
I kind of I like the where they taped the bat to his hand so he wouldn't lose it, and then he's like using it to swing at the kid because it's still stuck
Yeah.
to his hands.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was also like a fair amount of like this movie seemed segmented. So the first half or the first quarter was like, here's the jokes about farting, and then the middle
Yep.
was like, here's the jokes about mentally handicapped people, and then the end of the movie was like, oh, and here's the jokes about little people. It was kind of like three parts of the movie had three separate cringe, poor taste jokes in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and then there was a few just homophobia jokes in there too.
Oh,
Yeah, with the titty twister guy.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that was so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh man. Love
Wait.
Rob Schneider though. I love anything he's in, honestly. I think he's a great actor.
Yeah.
Eh,
Tay and I
I'm
both the
sensing I'm
same.
alone here.
Yeah, I
Like, there's a few movies of his that I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, he was fine in that, but yeah.
yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Rob Schneider.
What?
Yeah, especially now that he's become kind of problematic.
Oh no, has he? I don't pay
Uh-oh.
attention.
Yeah,
You're a fan of him, but you don't pay attention.
Well, I
Which
love
is-
the
no,
stuff that he's
that's-
been in.
that's the
That's
way.
That's separating the
you should
art
try
from the
to-
artist.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
can't
Well,
even
this was a
remember the
great
last
time being
movie
on the
I've seen with
podcast,
him.
guys. I'll just catch you later.
I can't even
All
remember the
right.
last movie I've seen with him. And
I
I would
can,
say.
and it was
I mean, he's in most of the
he's
Adam
in
Sandler
Sandler
movies.
movies,
Yeah.
which I think
and maybe that's why I haven't seen him in a while.
yeah, because a
True.
lot of I don't think he's actually shown up in the like the Netflix shows or movies that Adam Sandler's been doing. I think the last movie he was in with Adam Sandler was like Click or Grown Ups or something like that. Because
Grown-ups.
I'm just looking through his IMDb and like everything kind of stops. Oh, I guess he was in The Ridiculous Six, which is from 2015. I think that's the
I
last
didn't see
movie
that.
that he was in with Adam Sandler, and I think that as I grew older, like, and this might happen with a lot of people, where Adam Sandler's like the funniest dude in the world, 50 First Dates and Big Daddy and Waterboy and like all those movies, and then as you grow older and his movies kind of stay the same form of comedy, which is just like these absurd, gross out humor kind of things. I don't know. It just I lost my love for Adam Sandler probably a little bit after high school into college, and then Rob Schneider. I never really I never really found him too funny. I guess Hot Chick was probably his best movie, but
Yeah, that was the one I was thinking of. That was like,
yeah, I'm just not a huge fan of him. I guess I never really
Yeah.
was of Rob Schneider.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
but Adam's. Oh, sorry. Go
Sorry.
ahead.
The first movie I ever saw him in was The Hot Chick, and
Mhm.
I love that movie. That movie is very near and dear to my heart just because I think it's kind of a nostalgia thing. But I've always like I feel like I really don't fit in here anymore because 51st Dates is my favorite rom-com. So,
I
I didn't
like
say it
50
was
First
bad.
Dates.
I said
Yeah.
yeah. I didn't say.
First Dates was good though.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
still a
okay,
good one.
thank God.
Yeah, no,
Because
Adam
I like Adam
Sandler
Sandler.
is like I feel like his comedy, like, it wasn't just that it didn't I don't know, maybe it was that it stayed the same, but like I feel like I can still watch his older stuff and they're good. It's like he tried to, I don't know, evolve, but like somehow got worse because like he hasn't, none of his movies that have come out lately in the last uh
Decade.
15 years,
Yeah,
yeah, decade, 15 years have been good.
yeah. He's had a lot of duds. I mean, I think it's just that Netflix contract. He had to make so many movies, and they all just were
But no,
pretty.
it was even before the Netflix contract. Like, what was Jack and Jill?
Well, yeah, that's
Um,
like one of the worst movies of all time.
yeah, and the one where he's like a hairdresser.
Zohan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
you
was
don't
so
mess with
bad.
Zohan.
That one was so bad.
I liked the one that he did on Netflix with Jennifer Aniston. Those two that he did.
Yeah, I hear
I like
those ones
those ones.
are okay. I haven't seen them. Like, I stopped watching Adam Sandler movies forever ago.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I've referenced the Netflix movies, but I think I've only seen The Magnificent Six because it's a western. But other than that,
Oh, I've not seen that.
yeah, I've not really.
Yemmy's favorite movie is The Pickles by him.
The what?
The Pixels.
Oh, I
Oh,
hate
Oh.
Pixels. Oh, now you've unlocked an entire like
Oh, no.
hatred in my heart. Oh
Where
my
Adam
god.
Sandler watched an episode of Futurama and went, I bet I could make that into a movie.
I've
Oh,
never seen it. I thought it looked
Yemmy's
dumb.
favorite movie.
It's so dumb.
I just got
I didn't
filled
see
with
it
so
either.
much anger just now. I hated
Yeah,
that.
I was like-
viscerally hated that movie.
Just from watching the commercials, I went, I mean, the Futurama episode about this is better.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
and like, it wasn't even a full Futurama episode. It was like a Futurama episode that was split into 3 little stories. It's like,
Yeah.
and it was a premise that's like, we can tell this story in 8 minutes. And then he went, but what if I made it a full movie?
What if?
Ooh.
Um,
I gotta
but
calm
yeah.
down now.
I'll say, I mean, this movie was produced by Adam Sandler. So,
And-
all our
Yeah.
talk of him.
The trivia behind it is he made this movie to rekindle the friendship between Rob Schneider and
David
David
Spade.
Spade. Funny.
Yeah,
enough.
that's what I heard
Really?
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did it work?
I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Actually, I shouldn't say.
I
I don't know.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know either.
Yeah, I couldn't see if it actually worked, but I did see that was, why he cast Rob Schneider instead of himself.
And honestly, the casting was pretty good. I think. I
Yeah.
think Rob Schneider was pretty good in this role. I don't know if he was doing anything too special, obviously, but
Yeah.
I think that the casting for the characters were pretty good, all things considered, at least.
Yeah.
I think
I think my-
even the kids were alright, most of them at least. But
Yeah. The little announcers were cute.
yeah.
Yeah. I feel like David Spade was probably actually my least favorite casting for this movie.
Really? Napoleon Dynamite was mine. John Hader? Is that his name?
Yeah, John Hader.
I just feel like he has one role, and that's Napoleon Dynamite. And he
Yeah.
can't do anything
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
He can actually, I've seen him do a bunch of other stuff. He
Oh,
can
yeah.
actually do other stuff. But this was right after Napoleon Dynamite came out. So they're like,
Yeah.
oh, just be Napoleon Dynamite. Except for now you pick your
With
nose.
a helmet.
Yeah, you wear a helmet and you pick your nose. Yeah, like it was definitely like I didn't care for his character or anything. But like I didn't, they wanted Napoleon Dynamite, they got Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, if
I
I
David
guess they-
Spade, they just were like, we want someone like just creepy, but somehow gets a hot, nice girl at the end.
that's more for laughs, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah,
I can see
anytime
it.
anytime I see him, it's just like, oh, it's Napoleon Dynamite. I think
Oh,
that the cult classic like mentality of Napoleon Dynamite. Oh, I don't
Yeah.
want to say it ruined his career, but it definitely like every time I see him or hear his voice, I'm like, what's Napoleon Dynamite doing here?
Yeah, I was saying. Well, I mean, he wrote Napoleon Dynamite. It's what started his career, but
Oh,
it
yeah.
also typecasted his career.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic movie though. I love Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, I haven't seen it since high school, but I remember very much enjoying it.
Yeah.
So stupid.
It's a stupid fun movie.
Yeah.
He's writing that down for his suggestion now as he's
No.
talking. He's like, fill the
No.
void real quick.
No, definitely. I don't care to see it again.
Well,
Like I said, if someone suggested it, that'd be fine. But I don't need to see it again.
I'll watch it again.
Yeah.
I'm just like you. I'm probably not going to seek out watching it because I think that's one of those movies that's like better in my memory.
Yeah.
But hey, you never know.
Yeah.
I
Now
think
that we-
my. Oh,
go
sorry.
ahead. No, go ahead. I was going to change the subject.
I was too, actually.
Yeah, I was about to say something too.
Well, you know what,
I
Ray?
was just gonna say like
Ray, you're the
Rob
newest person,
Schneider.
so go ahead.
I'm the what?
The
The
newest, person.
Aw, I get new person.
Privileges.
On for 4 episodes, we did the same thing.
Yeah, only
I'm
for
just
4 episodes, and then we'll talk all over you.
That's fair. My favorite Rob Schneider fact is the fact that he is the same height as me. He is 5'3".
Wow.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? You little
No,
shorty.
he is a shorty.
Yeah.
They made fun of it in the movie, so.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I think the twist
Kinda.
of the movie that he wasn't being made fun of himself, but he was making fun of someone who was shorter than him. I
Yeah.
mean, that's a pretty decent twist.
Yeah.
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 And
Good,
also,
good message throughout the movie. I mean,
Well, yeah,
bullying was definitely a thing back in the early 2000s.
well, that's still a
It
thing.
still is.
Yeah,
No,
but
no,
it definitely this movie definitely has like that feel good spirit to it, and I do like the fact that they did that because a lot of times kids who are being bullied themselves will push it onto other kids,
Yeah.
kind of like a cycle of bullying. And you know, the fact that he was shorter and he probably got picked on himself, and then he picked on this the little person. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, I had a thought. But now it just slipped my mind. Basically, like, okay, yeah. So I feel like they tried to do this message about bullying, which worked. They did okay. It worked. Like, it wasn't. I don't think delivered the best it could have been, but it was delivered all right. I do feel it was like a little watching it like the adults still doing the bullying. It's like I feel like that just I don't know, that felt a little more unnatural where it's just like most people like grow out of bullying.
I don't know. There are a lot of keyboard warriors out there.
Well,
People are worried. But
yeah,
I think
the keyboard warriors is different from in your face bullying.
yeah, but I
Yeah,
think
some
they're
people.
just trying to tie in the fact that like sporting, like parents go crazy for sports, and I witnessed this firsthand through my job. And parents are nutso, and even the coaches, like they go, you be crazy, like like oh, coach will never say that, and I can tell you right now, coaches will say that, and they'll
Saying-
say,
Well, it's more the titty twisters and things
Oh,
like
wow.
that, where it's just
Who
like
titty
yeah.
twisted you, Greedy?
that just seemed like over the top, ridiculous, stupid Adam Sandler.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, that's the
oh yeah,
that's a part of the
That was
Adam
my,
Sandler brand of humor. Yeah.
that was my least favorite actor, is the titty twister guy.
Fair.
I mean, on top of him, like, just kind of being a bad person, he also didn't like the acting wasn't that great from his character. I didn't think.
Yeah.
The
He
best
was-
actor in this entire damn movie was Terry Crews, and you cannot change my mind.
I would
Terry
never,
Crews did
I would
great.
never try.
Tim Robbins did good too, I think.
He did. I agreed.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh.
I like
Crews
Terry Crews was in like 2 scenes.
is the best scenes.
Yeah, those are the two best
This
scenes in the movie.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I love that house too. The John Lovett. I don't even remember what his character's name was. Mel. His
Yeah,
house
Mel.
was great. I want a robot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mow over your dog too, or cat. You have cats.
I do have. Honestly, that's kind of what they look like when I shave them. So
Oh,
maybe I should just shave half of them the next time.
I do feel, yeah, it was also weird that he's getting bullied as a billionaire. It's like, yeah, I can buy and sell your ass if you bully me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also feel like the guys or the adults who were bullying the other people, I don't feel like, did they ever really get their comeuppance? Like, did they ever learn their lesson or anything? I feel like they kind of just
Kind of.
disappeared in the final act of the movie.
Some of them did. Kinda.
Because the one guy got bested by, the kids didn't allow a shutout. They allowed the other team to get 1 point, and then like I don't think he showed up for the rest of the movie. Like, was that his big like gotcha
Yeah.
moment? Like, it wasn't really
Yeah,
that
that was-
strong of a gotcha, even though it was a feel good and nice, order of events.
Yeah.
He didn't really, nothing really happened to him, or I don't think he really learned his lesson.
No.
Yeah, for sure.
He lost the stadium, or no, they still won. Never
No,
mind.
yeah, they still won. So they
Mhm.
still got the
That's
stadium.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
That's his gotcha.
Yeah.
Got the stadium.
Get
Gotcha.
this $1 million stadium. Gotcha.
Pay for it.
You should see the tax on this, though. That's on him.
Yeah, he has to get taxed on it, which means they'll have to charge people to come to their little league baseball games. They won't be like, nah, that's okay. It's a little league game. Why would you pay?
But yeah, going back to like the message of the movie, because this one definitely has a pretty strong message in it. Whether it's good or not is up to your personal, whatever you want to decide. But compared to other like Adam Sandler flicks, like Click was such a loose kind of like message in that movie. This one definitely knew what it wanted to do with the whole bullying angle and the the kids who didn't get to play in sports because they were odd or weird, being able to get their time to do stuff, and showing that anyone can play a sport. Like, it doesn't matter if you're good, bad, or whatever. I think that's a good message in general. How do you guys, how do y'all feel about how they presented the message?
Well, like I said, I mean, it is a good message. Like, they could have presented it a little better, I think, but overall, that was a good message. Let kids play and do things even if they're bad at it, and don't bully. So yeah, that's a good message.
Yeah, I thought it was good as well, and especially like how Rob Snyder goes back to the kid's house he bullied and apologize, and the kid forgives him. And I know again that's feel good stuff, but I thought that was good. Trying to say like, hey, never hurts to say sorry about something, but
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can always go back.
It also wasn't a kid; it was a little person.
well, you know, you know.
He was a
I-
kid,
I
but
was
he
talking
was
about, like,
bullied.
Yeah, I was talking
Yeah.
about like Estons. But
Yeah.
yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it was there. It was well executed, I suppose.
Yeah, and then they kind of ruined the whole apology thing, because immediately, like, the one guy in the stands when
Oh, yeah.
the person who was bullied comes out and he's like, I forgive him. And then like the one guy's like, I want a little person. Well, he doesn't say little person, but I'm not going to use the other word because it's not PC anymore.
Yeah.
He's like, I want a little person too, and then they just hand him Mini Me from
Yeah,
Austin Powers. And it's just a
Yeah.
weird. It's just like
Yeah.
anytime they showed those two together, it was just weird, and I didn't like even I don't remember his name, but even Mini Me's actor didn't look comfortable in the role either.
Mm-mm.
Like, it was just such a
No.
weird fucking thing, and that did kind of sour some of the ending experience for me.
Yeah. Which
Yeah, that
that's
was
the
just
stuff I'm
them-
talking
yeah.
about. Where it's just
That
like,
was just them trying to, make a funny, in a feel-good message. Like, oh, everyone's sad now. Here you go.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
it
Just
was
didn't
multiple.
execute it
Yeah,
right.
it was just
Yeah.
it was just multiple times though. Like, anytime the movie would get going and do something different, they would cut back to him, and he's getting the titty twister by Mini Me, or he's sleeping in a cuddled position. It's just like, and the actor who plays Mini Me just did not look like he wanted to be there, and
Yeah.
I don't know what that was all about, but not a good vibe.
Hopefully he
Yeah,
wasn't bullied
I-
into it.
Yeah.
In the scenes, what actually happened.
Adam Sandler's just like, come on, dude, just do it. I'll pay you.
Hey, suck your thumb. Be a man.
Act like a baby. Be a man. Yeah. It's like I said, it's just little things like that where it's just like anytime they try to deliver like their message, they immediately counteract it with a weird joke that you're just like, well, that wasn't great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and the whole training montage with the baseball player, where it's just like, "Hey kids, it's all right. Go around and just bash in mailboxes."
Yeah.
I like that scene. That was fun.
I did think the montage was fun. I didn't have
Just
a problem.
that was
with
a
it.
horrible message.
But that's the
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, if you're having kids watch this movie, which I don't. I mean, what is this one rated?
PG-13.
PG. So yeah, I mean, kids aren't gonna watch. But yeah, teenagers, they're gonna see
Yeah.
you swinging baseball bats at a mail. I guess yeah, maybe. Maybe
Not
that,
the best
message.
thing
Yeah.
to show.
but you know, I guess Adam Sandler knows his audience and knows what they want. So they want the physical humor in there.
Yeah.
Mhm. One thing I would like to mention is I really did enjoy like the consistency of Richie and David Spade, Richie and Napoleon just being bad at baseball the whole time. I'm glad like they didn't end up like them being so good at baseball. You know, they became better and they just dominated the kids. You know,
Well, they did become better. They by
Well,
the end they
but-
did become better, but not like
but you know they're
not
still
like you're
taping up
saying,
his
like, not-
hands and yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
not they're
Second
not
you actually-
pros by the end of it.
Yeah, the second you put them up against one pro, they're screwed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I just like, you know, like the training session, you know, they're still, you know, goofing things up and, you know, hot potato, you know, they're still goofing, you know, just they were consistent about those two being bad at everything.
Probably the most realistic part of the movie.
Yeah, what'd y'all think about the drunk adult baseball player?
I am 12.
Checks out.
Yeah.
There were some good visual gags with him, like when he had his pitcher's mitt up, and instead of a ball, he had the bottle of I don't know, what was it?
Was it tequila?
Yeah, tequila or
Tequila.
something like
Yeah.
that. Obviously, crazy stereotypes happening.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
I still like the visual gag of him doing that.
Yeah. That's funny. The things they get away with, though. I
One
will
thing
say
that go ahead.
no, it's fine.
I was gonna say the one scene that I didn't understand is when they first met Mel or David. No, what was his name? John Lovitz, right? No.
Yeah, Mel.
Yeah, John Lovitz, and it's outside the Pizza Hut or wherever they're at, and he's like driving his car and he's like running over the flower beds and stuff. So it's like that scene didn't seem necessary.
Well, that's because
No.
Kit's the car, and the gag is that he's driving Kit poorly, and
Yeah. And then Jarvis inside. Wasn't that the voice of Mr. Feeney?
That's
From
who
Boy
did
Meets
the
World?
original voice of Kit. Yes.
I thought so. I thought that
Yes.
was so cool. And they had the
Yeah, no, I
original
was like-
voice of Darth Vader too.
Yeah.
Yeah. James Earl Jones and Mr.
Yup.
Feeney. Yeah. No, at first I thought it was just like they just took actual like Knight Rider just audio clips, but then when he started saying things like "Ow, stop doing this," I was like, nope, they actually got Feeney back for this.
Yeah. Oh man. That was
And-
great.
And the other thing I didn't understand is the guy eating sunblock. It's like
Oh,
why?
yeah.
That was so gross.
And they had to show it so many times. I was just like, oh my
Ugh.
god.
Yeah, so dumb.
His
Well,
character.
he hated the sun, so except for
God,
by the
he's-
end, he's like, I don't mind the sun anymore, and then he's still eating the sunblock. And you're like, why are we seeing? It was so bad, so
Ugh.
bad.
Nasty.
Yemmy, anything?
Put
Unless you did.
me on
die?
the spot. I don't know. I was just listening to the conversation there.
I didn't understand their sandwich ordering at his mansion either.
Oh,
Uh,
Those
Oh,
are so gross.
yeah. Well, they were doing all these complicated things.
to
and
test
it
a
was
robot.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but it was a joke on how white people like things super plain and stupid. We're just like turkey on white. Here you go. you
Yeah,
plain ass white person.
that's fair.
Also, the abundance of Pizza Hut in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Did anyone want to get Pizza Hut after watching this?
That and Pepsi. Did you see that Pepsi was
Oh yeah,
everywhere?
Pepsi was everywhere
I
too.
didn't notice the Pepsi.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Last time we had Pizza Hut, I got very sick from it.
Are they still a
so-
franchise?
Oh no.
I thought they shut
Yeah.
Pizza
down.
Hut? Yeah,
Oh,
Pizza Hut's
yeah.
everywhere.
Not near me.
So back
Not near
it's-
you.
No,
One of my-
the one near me
there's-
closed down.
Oh, did it? I didn't know.
So my old job, there was a Pizza Hut, like there was a food court and there was a Pizza Hut, and I'd occasionally eat there, just get a little personal pizza. And then they, like Pizza Hut, I think, decided to like, in quotes, upgrade everything and make it better, and it actually just made everything worse.
Aw.
Yeah,
Well,
once they
mainly just
removed the
'cause, like,
pizza
they got rid of the-
buffets, I was out.
Yeah, well, like when they upgrade, they got rid of the personal pizza, so it's like you don't like the smallest you could get was a 12-inch, and I was like, I don't need a 12-inch for myself.
We all know the best thing about Pizza Hut was the salad bar. Once they got rid of that, it was all over.
I like.
Oh,
their
they got rid of
apple
all that
pizza.
stuff because people stopped going.
Better or worse than the pepper bar from Quiznos?
Quiznos,
Oh
but
gosh.
they had a pepper bar. You know,
Pepper bar. I remember those.
pepper bar. Had a little weird.
Quizno
rat thing.
shops.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They are good to us.
Actually bankrupted Quiznos with that commercial.
Did they really?
I believe
Yeah.
they went under after that commercial aired.
Bless.
Oops.
yeah,
Worth it.
Let's go.
yeah. What's funny is like they hired that company because like they did like internet meme video type things back back then, and they were very popular. So like they're like, oh, do something for us. And they went, we'll put you out of business. That's what
Yeah,
we'll do.
we'll do
Like,
something.
making-
You're
for ya.
welcome. Yeah.
Putting creepy little mice rat, which is not what you want to think about when you're thinking about food.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm more of a domino. Like if I'm gonna go to a chain pizza place, pizza's probably pretty low on my list, probably right above Little Caesars. But
I love
Yeah.
Little Caesars.
I'm a bit more of a Domino's kind of guy. You know,
Domino's
I
is
like the
great.
Alfredo and the
Yeah.
New York style there.
Domino's is great. I like Little Caesars as long as it's warm. Second it cools down,
Yeah.
it's not good.
Agreed.
Yeah, if you take that
Thanks.
out of the fridge, it's like, oops, throw this away.
Cardboard
Yeah.
with ketchup is what it tastes like.
Yeah.
I actually used to put sriracha on the cold pieces of
Mm.
Little Caesars back when I lived on my own. So
Okay, spicy
it wasn't,
cardboard.
it wasn't a
Let's
bad
go.
yeah, it wasn't a bad combo.
Cardboard.
But of course, if you're gonna get good pizza, you're gonna go somewhere local. Let me put that
Yeah.
out there. Like Domino's is like the
Absolutely.
next best thing if you're, for me personally,
As a friend
For-
for a franchise.
for a franchise. Yeah.
Yeah.
As Ohioans, Donato's. Oh my god.
Mm.
Oh,
You ever been to
Donato's.
Giuseppe's?
Giuseppe's is good.
Giuseppe's pretty good.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, maybe it's more of a northern thing.
Why are we talking about pizza? Let's talk about our movie.
Because Pizza Hut.
Because Pizza Hut.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. But,
Or
I
like-
think this tangent's gone on long enough.
More like
Maybe, I don't
pizza
know.
butt, am I right? Oh.
Oh my god.
I mean, I'm fine. If we want to keep talking pizza, we can make this episode about pizza.
Yeah, this will be the 3-hour pizza discussion.
We need to be sponsored.
Yeah,
Do
come
that.
on. Like, come on. I mean, I'll take a sponsor from Pizza Hut. I don't care.
No, like I said, Pizza Hut's not like it's not like bad, like uneatable.
Yeah, when I said I got sick from Pizza Hut, it was I accidentally drank sewage afterwards. So
Oh god.
Yeah.
just trying to save
Nah, it
face.
was
I
the
heard it
pizza.
when I do that after eating pizza.
Yeah, damn.
Gosh.
Yeah,
Anyways.
instead of Pepsi in the cup, it was just raw sewage. I didn't notice until weeks later.
Probably that night later.
Yeah.
All right. So out of all of the comedians that were in this movie, who is y'all's favorite?
I mean, is Terry Crews considered a comedian?
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Really? You would consider him a comedian?
American actor, comedian, activist, artist, bodybuilder.
Have you seen
My
those
bad.
Body Spice or
I have his
yeah.
the Old
IMDb.
Spice commercials?
As soon as Tay
Yeah.
said his name, I pulled up his IMDb. I'm pretty quick on the draw on this kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
you are. I mean, he was in
Okay.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine. You know, he did a great job. in Brooklyn
You
And
know, that's
Everybody
fair.
Hates Chris. That was the first time I had seen.
That's
Terry
right. What a great show.
Yeah, that was a classic.
Yeah. All right. Well, I didn't know he counted, so I feel like my
Yeah.
question's all for naught. Terry Crews all the way. Terry
Yeah.
Crews for president.
I definitely laughed the hardest when he did his 2 scenes, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
He was great in Idiocracy too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what's crazy is IMDb on the Benchwarmers doesn't have them listed unless you if I like top cast. Oh, maybe it's just because it's top cast.
Yeah. It's Top Cast.
Illegal. He is top cast. What are you talking about?
He should be top.
But he
bill.
only had 2 scenes.
Oh,
so
yep, there he
they
is.
don't
Yeah.
consider him top cast.
The
They have
best
him
is-
as Poker Guy #1. That's it.
Oh my gosh.
Like
You're worth so much more.
I think they even
Terry.
gave him
said
a
he had a
name in the
name.
movie. Yeah, they
Yeah,
actually
he
said his name.
His name.
Interesting.
That is a disgrace.
It is. But if we were to go on like stand-up comedian, if that was your question,
Yeah, that was kind of where I was going. With my
probably
question.
Tim Robbins. Pretty sure he does stand-up. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, back when I was in high school, I would have said Nick Swartzen. But yeah, nowadays I don't find his humor too funny. Like, yeah, sure, I do like poop and fart jokes. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'll laugh at a good poop and fart joke, but I don't think he was particularly that great in this one, other than that one scene that I talked about before, where he attacks the Girl Scouts.
Yeah.
I don't know who I would say now, other than Terry Crews. I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
I don't know what I would say either. I mean,
Because
I see a bunch of.
because everyone was just kind of like baseline fine most of the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Tim Robbins doesn't do stand-up. So he just did like Saturday Night Live and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, no, I don't think I had anyone I cared for. Like, that would like they're my favorite.
What about you, Ray?
I didn't. I was gonna say, I didn't really even have one either. I was just curious. If I had to pick, like,
Gun to your head. Who's
I was
the
about to say
funny-
Nerf
who's the
gun to my
funny-
head. Probably John Lovitz.
Okay.
Oh
Just-
yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot. I'd pick John Lovitz too.
But are
Comedian,
we talking
actor,
about like this
singer.
overall actor or just in the movie?
Comedian.
Oh.
Yeah,
Comedian,
stand-up
yeah.
comedian.
Jeff Rouse was fun. I saw him live. He's funny.
Who's that? Who'd he play in the movie?
No, he didn't play in the movie.
Oh,
I
Oh.
thought you said.
I
thought
think
we were
we're
talking-
did you
Stand-up comedian in
did
the
you turn off your
movie.
headset
My
for a
bad.
second?
Oh, then John Heater or John Lovitz, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
It ain't
I
David
don't
Spade, that's for sure.
yeah. I was like, I don't think John Heater does stand-up either. So,
Well, it says here he's a comedian, actor, and singer.
well, no, but there's a difference between being a comedian and a stand-up comedian.
I feel like they're very.
Was he do his comedy sitting down?
No, stand-up is just you stand in front of people with a mic and you make jokes. Comedian
Yeah,
means you do like
It's
sketch
broad.
humor.
Yeah. All right. Well, for now we'll count it.
Okay.
That works. That works. If y'all had a mansion and like you could just absolutely piss away your money on anything like he did, what would you do? What would you buy?
Oh man, that's a good question.
Well, I mean, first off, if I had $1 billion, I would get rid of most of it immediately to like charities and stuff. 'cause-
Okay, Tay.
No, seriously,
Okay.
billionaires
All
are
right.
the worst.
Oh,
All right, you got
Tay,
the
we
hearts
don't
That
of
wasn't my
America.
question, to be fair.
Tay, we're not recording anymore, so you can say whatever you want.
Yeah, Tay, I'm pausing. I'm pausing the
That's the
recording,
truth.
Tay.
I don't want to be a billionaire.
No, I mean obviously
I
the
didn't find
fame that
being
comes
a-
with it is probably not for most
Yeah.
people, as it you can see from other billionaires out there.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I'm fine with being like a 10 million to 100 million, somewhere in that area. Great. Second, it's a billion. It's like, no, this is too much money for any person to have.
Look, I'll answer the question. I would build
Thank
my
you.
own arcade in my
I'm about to say,
mansion.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
It would
Some
definitely
would
it'd be
be-
full of the classics. There'd be like 5 metal slug cabinets specifically reserved for me. That's the waste quarters in. And I would probably put like a bowling alley in there. You know, a home
Let's go.
theater. Oh my god, that would be
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, have a home theater / gaming room.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing.
I'd have just like whole rooms that would be dedicated to different biomes. So I could have all my different animals.
This one's
when
Hoth. Oh no.
no, I meant it's for my animals.
Oh,
so
it's-
biomes on Earth.
Here's the jungle room.
Here's the jungle room, desert room, mountain room.
Oh, that'd be great.
Here's this
Yeah.
snake room. Don't go in
I
there.
have
Yeah.
a sloth and
Why
otter
is
room.
wait? Why is the snake room just the inside of a plane?
Oh my gosh.
Because you gotta put your snakes on a plane.
It's the natural habitat.
Yeah, didn't you see the movie?
Unfortunately, I did.
I did too. It was dumb fun.
I would probably just build a really awesome man cave, which I guess is
Yeah.
kind of similar to what you guys were saying, but
Yeah,
but
probably an indoor pool.
Yes.
indoor basketball court? No.
No, I don't care about that. Maybe a bowling alley. Bowling can be fun.
Screw sports.
Indoor pickleball court.
Yeah, there you go.
I've never
That's
seen pickleball
sweeping the
played.
nation.
It is Swoop Nation. My parents built a half pickleball court in their backyard.
Well, there you go.
Jeez.
That's cute.
You know
Oh,
what?
I'm sorry. I didn't know they were billionaires.
I would do a badminton
they're
court.
not.
I love badminton.
Badminton's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Maybe a
Volleyball.
racquetball court. I like racquetball.
Racquetball scares me. Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
racquetball is so scary. That ball just gets louder. That the higher pitch it goes, you're just like,
That
I'm
is
gonna die.
Anxiety
Gritty likes the
inducing.
intensity.
I-
He lives for it.
It's lived. You live once, right? You know.
Playing
like
that
to
game,
live-
absolutely.
Yeah, I was like, I'd like to live longer and not play that game.
I play it, and I still live.
Yeah, I say my grandpa used to play it all the time until he kind of got too old to be able to keep
It's a
up
lot
with
of
the
energy.
ball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot.
Yeah. My brother and dad used to play it until I think one time my brother went for the ball and slammed his face into the wall,
Oof.
and the protective goggles actually like cut his face up. And he's like, yeah, I'm
Well,
done."
You're not supposed to run into the wall.
No, I know.
I don't think that's in the rules.
It's not.
I've
But it
been
was
playing
enough for him to
wrong.
be like, yeah, I think I'm done.
Yeah,
I
you
can't
gotta
blame
get
them.
you gotta get back on the horse though. Like if I like the first time that I went ice skating, I didn't know how to stop and I slammed into a wall and busted open my lip.
Ah,
Yeah.
But then years later, I still didn't like ice skating, but I still did it because it was an after school activity.
Yeah.
proud of you.
I've tried ice skating a few times since I had my stroke. When I was 20. If you didn't know, I had a stroke when I was 20.
Did not know
Uh,
that.
yeah, and my ankle is not strong enough to actually like support me, so
I've never
I
been
can't
ice
ice
skating,
skate.
so
It's fun. It's cold.
can be
I
fun.
don't think I
Fun
got an
and
answer
cold.
from Ray for her own question.
Yeah.
Ooh.
she did. I thought
Yeah,
she said a
I-
game room.
I would do a game room, an otter sanctuary, and a sloth
Ooh,
sanctuary.
yes. So you gotta.
Um,
That's the problem. You gotta live someplace where those things are. You
I
can
would
do those
create
things.
Environments that were applicable to their habitat, and I wouldn't
Yeah.
keep them. I wouldn't keep the same ones. Like I would rotate when if they got better, they could be released back into the wild.
Gotcha. Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Well, and you have enough money, you can easily get the license for that.
Yeah, for sure. That's
Oh, what fast food would you put into your mansions? 'Cause,
Taco Bell.
yeah,
Oh,
Taco
yeah,
Bell's a good
Taco
answer. I would probably have a personal Chipotle in mine.
Bell. Well, do you have to keep up to date with it? Like, do you have to like clean it and do all the
Absolutely
not.
ordering?
You have a
Absolutely
billion
not.
dollars. What are you cleaning your own stove for?
I would get a masseuse. Are you joking? Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, then Chipotle. If I had to pick a,
Yeah, definitely
Pick one.
Chipotle. Like an on-demand thing where they get they have like a pager or a beeper on them and it beeps and it's like, oh,
yes.
Yemmy wants a burrito. Let's
Yeah.
go.
they
I
go
would-
to get up.
yeah.
All you hear is utensils just clicking and
Yeah.
meat scissoring.
I don't think I would do a restaurant like a fast food restaurant, I just have a like hired chef who can imitate any restaurant I want.
Yeah, that'd be
That
sweet
would be
too.
cool.
I pay him to
Gordon
follow
Ramsay?
me around with all this stuff just in case I
No,
ever get
he's
hungry
just-
in my mansion.
Yeah,
Just
he
have a
just no,
food
he,
court
yeah.
and one chef, and he just goes around to the different parts.
I would
whatever he
hire
wants.
Gordon Ramsay. I'd be like, hey, Gordon, make me some Chipotle. You'd be like, you fucking donkey.
Yeah, you fucking donkey.
You want some fucking Chipotle?
You're paying me to make you Chipotle. Yeah, yeah.
What are you? I
Rubbish.
made a
Yo, I
sandwich.
say, I mean, if you're a billionaire, you can afford the Uber fees and just have it delivered to you.
Bro?
That's
Yeah.
fair, but I would...
but then the peasants have to come to my doorstep.
It's true. Then I have to get out of my indoor pool. And...
Yeah,
Well, that's why
yes.
Well,
I would have to put on a robe and I would have
or
to
just
answer the door.
hire a boy who can run to the places, get the food. And,
Then I have
you know-
to talk to children, and I'm just not about that.
Well, when I say boy, I don't mean a child. They've got to be able to drive.
like a delivery boy or
Yeah.
like a receiving boy. Is that what it
Yeah.
called
Receiving
technically?
boy. Go, boy, go get it. Go fetch.
Yeah, you know, you don't have to pay those delivery fees. You just gotta pay your
Here's
your boy.
train a dog to go to the restaurant and take the bag and bring it back to you.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Or you could just get like a drone. Do that.
Ah, that's less reliable than a dog.
Fair.
Haven't you
Or
seen?
you can
There's
just
that
buy-
video where I think the guy was getting food delivered from like a local place that he was using drone delivery, and the guy's like, "Whoa, this is the future!" And it wipes out at his window and throws all the food into onto like the ceiling of the place below him. Like,
No.
Nice. That's hilarious.
Oh man.
Although, if you have all the money in the world, you just buy a transporter or just have it transport the food to you.
you know what? Just build a giant blimp and live in that, and just rappel down when you want food.
What are you, some kind of FBI agent?
In a blimp, absolutely.
Yeah.
It has to be like the Goodyear blimp though.
I will make.
Anyways, Benchwarmers.
I'll fuse
I was saying
I'll fuse two Goodyear blimps together and make an ultimate blimp, ultimate Goodyear blimp. And then they'll write stories about me when it eventually fails and I burn and die over the ocean.
Jeez.
That
What
one
a great
billionaire,
end.
he hates blimps, but he lived in one for at least 3 years before he perished in a terrible blimp accident.
Oh my gosh. That reminds me of the Amanda show when her mom is stuck in a hot air balloon.
Oh yeah,
You guys ever see that?
Yeah.
core memory
Talk about a
unlocked.
classic show.
Moody's Point. Oh man.
Yeah, so the Benchwarmers.
Yeah, that was a movie. We saw
Literally,
that.
our past 20-minute talk has been nothing regarding the bench.
I
There was a
mean,
conversation inspired by the Benchwarmers.
yes,
Yes.
by part of it.
Yes. I mean we covered everything that I wanted to talk about. Really.
Yeah, we'll talk about everything.
Yeah.
Tay, Ray?
Yeah. No. Basically.
All right. So, the Benchwarmers. Excellent. Oh my God, drawing a blank. Excellent message. I really enjoyed the message that was sent in the movie, especially during these times. You know, the early 2000s, where I thought bullying's probably a little bit worse than nowadays, even though you got the access online and all that. Good message. Feel good ending. I really like the ending. How the kids, everyone. The message was again, everyone can play no matter what. Some of the jokes just didn't land right. I really put a sore taste in my mouth with some of the jokes, but there were some random jokes there too that I really enjoyed. I like how they were consistently bad at baseball, besides Rob Snyder too. I'm glad they stayed consistent with that. The acting was good. And yeah, after all that said, I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5.
Wow.
Okay. For me, like I said, I think it had a good message, but I feel like lost a little bit because in some of their jokes, like anytime they made a point, they like immediately made a joke that kind of counteracted the message. A lot of dumb jokes. Just overall, like I said, I didn't enjoy this movie. I never want to see this movie again. I'm only going to give it a slightly better rating because it did try to give a good message. So I'm going to give it a 1.5.
Oh,
That's fair.
Ray, you're up.
I'm up. Okay.
Yep.
You're up.
Yeah, I guess I forgot to explain that. The
Yeah.
person whose movie it is to recommend, they go first, and then it goes in the normal order, and it loops back around.
That makes sense. I was confused and I freaked
Yeah.
out a little bit.
I apologize about that. That's
Yeah,
my
yeah.
bad.
It's all good. I mean, the only parts that I really liked were Terry Crews, and
Mm-hmm.
I like Rob Schneider. So I'm giving this a 2 out of 5, 1 for Rob Schneider and 1 for Terry Crews.
Fair. Yeah, I actually lowered my score while we were talking about this, and I think that I think that's a good indication that the movie wasn't that great was the fact that we had more fun talking about other things that were related to the movie instead of the actual movie itself. But in the end, I think back to when I was watching it, I did have a relatively good time. I thought the movie was okay. There was hot and cold times while I was watching. Sometimes a joke would land and I would let out a laugh, but then other times a joke would just like fall flat, or it was just like some weird like cutaway where a guy gets hit by a baseball bat, or the throwing up scene as you already talked about, or something like that. And then, as I said before, like this movie seems so segmented. Like the first part is like poop and fart. The second part is, dunking on mentally disabled people, and then the final part of the movie is like, here is the little person section where we dunk on little people. It's just, and I think that final part mixed with how like the message is like there, and it's got such a good feel good ending, and then and it cuts back and forth between some of the actors who are portraying, who are the little people, and they just don't look like they want to be there. And to me, that really just puts a dent in this whole experience. So I originally was going to give this a 3, but I'm going to end up on a 2 out of 5.
Wow. All right. What did I give it?
2 out of 5.
Oh, I
Yeah.
guess I'm the only one that enjoyed it.
Oh, we enjoyed parts of it.
There are things to
Terry
enjoy.
Crews.
Terry Crews, yeah.
Yeah, if it wasn't for your guys' conversation, we probably would have been a bit more up on it. But while talking it out myself too, I also went down on it a little bit. So.
Yeah, I mean that happens a lot in this show. There's a lot of times where I'm like, this is super low, and then after talking, I'm like, all right, I'll raise it slightly. But this was not one of those cases.
Well, Tay, what do you got
It's
for
me.
us? Yeah, it's your turn.
So seeing as my episode will be coming out in nearish Halloween, I have picked I guess it's kind of a horror movie. It's more of a monster movie, so maybe a little horror. It is The Host. And now keep in mind, there are 2 movies called The Host, so make sure you watch the right one. It's The Host from 2006,
Nice.
directed by our favorite Bong Joon-ho.
This has been on my list for a while.
Yeah. Also written by Bong Joon-ho. If you don't know, he's the one who did Parasite we watched recently, and like Snowpiercer. A monster emerges from the Seoul's Han River and begins attacking people. One victim's loving family does what it can to rescue her from its clutches.
Ooh.
And it stars Song Kang-ho, Byun Hee Bong, Park Hae-il, and a bunch of other people that I'm not going to keep butchering these names. It's all Korean names.
Yeah.
This is a Korean movie, so I believe you will have to watch it with subtitles.
Okay.
Although
Song
there might be a
Kang-ho
dubbed
was also in
version.
Snowpiercer and Parasite.
Yeah,
Bong Joon-ho seems to like him.
yeah, he does, for sure. I mean, yeah, and I was like, are they related? I don't know how. No, they're not. But yeah, I haven't seen this movie I saw it once in one of my film classes back in college. So it's been a hot minute since I've seen this. So I wanted to see it again. And since it's, like I said, Halloween, like, let's do a monster movie.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah, ever since we watched Snowpiercer, I added a bunch of Bong Joon-ho movies to my list, and this was one of the ones that has been on there since then.
Yeah, I
Should
think
be
this
a
is
good
one of
watch.
his first movies, if not his first movie. I don't know.
And you can find it on Amazon, Apple TV, Paramount Plus,
Nice.
and YouTube, among other places. Of course, there's more places, but yeah, those seems like the big three there.
Yeah.
Well,
Good.
if you, the listener, don't want to be spoiled, or if you want to join us in the conversation for the host from 2006, not the 2013 remake, I guess you could say, or whatever.
No,
it is.
that was like
Or is that completely
Twilight.
different? A different
That
movie?
was that's Stephanie Meyer who wrote Twilight. That she wrote a book called The Host.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
so don't get it
It's a
confused.
good movie, but definitely different.
Yeah, to
Very,
see-
very different. Of the kind, I mean, I guess it's about like aliens taking over. So
You
Yeah,
know,
kind of.
It also has the same actress who was in Squid Game. I'm pretty sure. What's her name?
I was looking
Oh,
at the cast. She looks familiar.
Well, anyway, we'll
Is-
talk about it next time. I'm sure there's gonna be.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's gonna be some recognizable faces in here because already just from the little thumbnail that I see in front of me, like I recognize 3 of the 5 people on here. So
Dang.
it would be an interesting
Let's
one.
go.
And yeah, if you probably will need subtitles for this, we always recommend here on the Film Freaks podcast to do subs, not dubs.
I like that.
yeah. Although if dubs are all you can do, that's fine too.
Yes, but it will be frowned. No, I'm just kidding.
You will be
Stop
shunned.
shaming people for things that don't matter.
Never.
Okay. Is there anything else y'all want to mention before we end the show?
No, I'm good.
I'm going to give a recommendation for a TV show people should watch. Well, TV show. It's a streaming show. People should watch. Go watch Wheel of Time. Do it.
What is it?
That's it. Wheel of Time.
Wheel of Time.
It's on Amazon Prime.
What's it about?
Based on a series of books. It's a fantasy novel. It's kind of like how a lot of people are comparing it to. It's like the new Game of Thrones, except for it's not depressing.
Okay.
Yeah, I hated Game of Thrones, so I might pass.
Yeah, it's not. No, it's not really anything like Game of Thrones. But it's its own thing.
Yeah, but
Like,
how many
except-
dicks do you see in it?
None.
Oh, okay.
You
Well,
get you
then
get
I'm
a
not
few
watching it.
butts and side boobs.
Oh, all right, yeah, you're pulling me back in. You're pulling me
Yeah,
back
yeah. Now we're talking.
Okay.
Yeah, season 1 is a little rough, especially towards the end because they were filming it right as COVID was hitting, and one of their lead actors also decided to quit.
Oh,
Oh,
So the ending kind of is a little like it's very different from the books in a lot of ways, where because they lost an actor. So yeah, the ending of season 1's a little rough, but season 2 is just amazing. So, and season 2 just finished.
nice.
So I recommend it. That's going to be my new thing is recommending stuff. Maybe I don't know. We'll see. I don't
Recommend
have
a
that many
movie?
things to recommend.
recommend a TV show.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Shows to watch.
I'm going to recommend watching the new season of Futurama on Hulu.
I've only watched the first 2 episodes. I need to go back and watch the others.
It's pretty good. I'm enjoying it.
Good.
I just watched the one where Zap Brannigan gets canceled. Had a nice little twist at the end, and
Nice.
there were some good visual gags in there.
I mean, it's Futurama. There always is.
Also, episode 1, when Slurms McKenzie comes on the screen, I lost my shit and then cried and then laughed and then. I love Slurms McKenzie, the original
Wait.
party worm.
In episode 1?
Yeah,
Oh,
really? One?
the first one of the season. He does like a little TV spot where he's like, "I'm Slurms McKenzie," and he like starts coughing and dying.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
one
I
of the-
think I do remember that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Slurms McKenzie. Slurms McKenzie for life.
Yeah, he's great.
Never forget. He also sacrificed himself in the Willy Wonka episode.
Yeah.
Moment of silence,
Only-
please, for Slurms McKenzie. All right, that's enough.
I have only seen like 2 episodes of Futurama, but I really liked what I saw.
It's so good.
Yeah, the whole show is really good. I mean, there's some seasons that are not as good as like the other ones, but it's a pretty consistently good series
Show.
and a show. It's got a lot of episodes, and a lot of them are still high quality. Because you look at a show like The Simpsons or something, or Family Guy, and they kind of, after like season 17, they start going downhill really fast. But Futurama is one of those ones where
and
it
Family
was
Guy
like-
was season 3.
yeah, Futurama kind of stays relevant because it got canceled a couple times and it came back. So like they were able to refresh and make new plot lines without the overlords of their publisher, their TV producers, like telling them to push out episodes. So the consistency stays really strong with them throughout most of the seasons. So Futurama is one of those shows that I would recommend to anyone, just because it's just such a fun and sci-fi heavy show.
Yeah.
Nice.
Any other recommendations from the cast or crew?
I gotta save mine. So yeah.
Oh, you can save yours for next time.
Yeah.
I
Hell's
don't
Kitchen,
watch
Kitchen
a lot.
Nightmares.
There you go.
That's back.
That's back. It's back.
I watch like football.
Hey,
That's about
Hey.
it.
we're missing the game right now. We should
We
end this
actually are, yeah.
podcast and
You
watch
have
it.
Ray doesn't talk in the sports cons or section in Discord though.
I'm
Sad.
sorry. I'm a hermit. I'm sorry.
And she can participate in the picks.
Oh, you guys are doing like fantasy?
Well, it's
Oh.
like picking the games, and
Who
we
will
do a little
win?
thing where
Oh,
pictures. They're taking pictures and posting them.
we should be talking about this after the podcast ends.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
YemmytheFerret, and I've been here with,
GreedyWaffles.
Taymation.
RaeofPositivity.
and this has been Film Freakz with a Z. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.